Now we turn our attention to the West Coast because Battleground BC is heating up. We are just a week away from the writ being dropped. Premier Christy Clark, though, faces an uphill battle in the fight for public support, and now her NDP challenger is refusing to take her on in a one-on-one debate. Our Bryn Weese is now on the BC election beat for us. He joins us now live from Vancouver. So, Bryn, Adrian Dix won't meet Christy Clark in a one-on-one debate. Why is that?
Yeah, this was an invite from Global News, Sneha. They asked both Adrian Dix and Christy Clark to appear on May 6th in a one-on-one televised debate in front of a live studio audience. Yesterday, Christy Clark accepted without condition, saying, quote, "Bring it on, because this election isn't just about who is going to secure our economic future for our kids. This election is about leadership." And of course, this one-on-one debate would have taken place on May 6th, as I mentioned, just 8 days before the election. And the fact is, Sneha, Christy Clark is seen as a very strong debater. She used to host a radio show. She's seen as very strong in debates, whereas Adrian Dix is not so much seen as a strong debater, so it might not come as a surprise to many that he doesn't want to square off with Christy Clark in a one-on-one debate. But Adrian Dix is saying, really, the reason he is not going to participate in this debate is because it would be unfair to the other parties. He says the other party leaders should be at the debate as well. Let's listen to Adrian Dix from yesterday.
But the election doesn't belong to the Premier or me, it belongs to the voters. And I think to try and exclude the Conservative Party and Green Party, who are also competing with me for votes, is just wrong. I mean, this is not about, the Premier doesn't get to set the terms of the election campaign, and the Liberal Party don't. This belongs to the people.
And Sneha, we should point out, of course, there is at least one other all-party leader debate planned already, and a second one is in the works, so there will be a chance for these leaders to square off. The Liberals are saying, look, it's either going to be Christy Clark or Adrian Dix who becomes the next Premier of British Columbia, and so viewers should have the opportunity for just those two leaders to go head-to-head. Of course, the BC Liberals are trying to make this seem as if Adrian Dix is afraid, and maybe he is, given how strong Christy Clark is expected to be in the party debates. I should also point out, as a quick history note here, in the last federal election, Michael Ignatieff challenged Stephen Harper to a one-on-one debate. Stephen Harper, who was seen as a very strong debater, declined that invitation, saying he would only participate in debates that included all party leaders and that were organized by all of the TV networks. So there is some precedent here, turning down invites for one-on-one debates.
Yeah, and even though he's turning down that invite, he still has the public opinion polls in his favor. Certainly the NDP are doing well polling-wise right now. And we're also hearing more, Bryn, from about their policies. In fact, they're hoping to revive the Vancouver movie scene. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's right. This was really the first plank of the NDP policy that was released yesterday. Adrian Dix says an NDP government would basically raise the tax credits for movie and film industries, whether domestic or foreign, up to 40%. So these guys would be able to basically write off 40% of their labor costs when it comes to the taxes. Currently, the rate is 33% for foreign productions and 35% for domestic productions. Adrian Dix says this is really going to bring back some of the jobs here at Vancouver's video and movie industry. It's about a $1.2 billion industry, but Ontario and Quebec have both tried to make themselves more appealing with other tax deals that have drawn some of the jobs away from British Columbia. So Adrian Dix hoping that his tax policy ideas might lure some of those jobs back. We should point out, of course, BC Liberals say the numbers just don't add up. The NDP says this initiative would cost the government $45 million, but would bring in $93 million more in revenue every year. The BC Liberals say those numbers just don't add up, and the current tax rate that allows movie industries to cut certain labor costs out of their taxes is where it should be, at the 33% and 35% level.
All right, we'll have to leave it there for now, but thank you so much, Bryn.
You're welcome.
That is Bryn Weese reporting live for us in Vancouver.